What's hot, viewers? Let's go on a sweet quest to some of the most iconic and old Mithaiwalas in Mumbai, some of which are even centuries old. Get ready for a sugar rush.
I have now arrived at Suleman Usman Mithaiwala, one of the most iconic mithai shops in all of Mumbai. Let me tell you a little story about how this store came into being. Suleman Bhai, as he was known, migrated to Bombay from Pune in the early 1930s. He was trained as a bakery hand and he set up shop selling lamba pav under the iconic Minara Masjid. For over 85 years, this family-run sweetmeat shop has attracted sweet-tooth patrons not just from the city but from all across the country. Unarguably one of the most popular mithai shops in the city, they may run low on their sweets but never on the customers who line up outside the masjid with all due sharafat. I am starting off with an assortment of their dry fruit barfi, anjeer barfi and my all-time favorite kaju katli. Delicious. I'm going in for the kaju katli next. I am a huge fan of kaju katli. I've tried them at so many places and this is easily one of the best. Next up, I'm going in for the good old mango malai barfi, which I've had at many other places, but they also have some other interesting fruit flavors. The pink one here is anaar malai barfi, and then the brown one is the cheekoo malai barfi, which is really interesting. I'm going in for the anaar malai first. Interesting. I have saved you the best for the last. The grandfather of mithai and that of the current owner of this store threw together some ingredients including rava, mawa, dry fruits, ghee, sugar and more and put all of them together in the desi oven. He then named this baked sweetmeat that he invented after Plato, the most famous Greek philosopher of all time. Us Mumbaikars still fondly remember Suleman Bhai for his Aflatoon. Oh wow! I had heard so much about this mithai. It absolutely lives up to my expectations. Melt in the mouth, super rich. I can taste all the ghee goodness inside it. Every day we hear about new eateries popping up all over the city, right? But a very few of these actually manage to stand the test of time. And one such eatery which remains relevant even after being 107 years old is where I am right now, Parsi Dairy Farm. I bet your parents have heard about this. I bet your grandparents have heard about this. And I bet your grandparents' parents have also heard about this eatery. A Parsi entrepreneur by the name of Nariman Ardeshir laid the foundation of Parsi Dairy Farm 107 years ago, delivering from a single can of milk. He went on to acquire many tabelas across Moscow and cut to 107 years later, today they boast of 80 mithais and over 30 dairy products. Easily one of the best lassis in town. I'm sure you've heard of Malai peda, Malai barfi, but have you heard of Malai sandwich? Yes, this rich, creamy goodness is actually a special here at Parsi Dairy Farm. Let's see how it tastes. Ooh. Well, legend has it that they were actually the first to introduce yogurt to Mumbai. Thank you. Whenever you visit Parsi Dairy Farm, which you have to, do not forget to see their wall of heritage. Our next stop is another pre-independence era mithai shop called D. Damoda Mithaiwala, established in the year 1937. D. Damodar actually stands for Dayaram Damodar, who, just like the owner of Parsi Dairy Farm, was also a man who simply delivered milk across the city. He eventually started manufacturing milk-based sweets, and believe it or not, this shop was actually the pioneer of Bengali sweets in the city. Not only did they make quality Bengali sweets, but they actually got cooks from Kolkata to the city to make sure their Bengali mithai was as authentic as it gets. I had to, of course, start with their Bengali sweets. So I am trying out a very unique Bengali mithai called cream roll. Let's see how it tastes. It's an interesting mix actually. It's like this Malai stuffing sandwiched between like two layers of spongy chom kind of a texture. Interesting. Now I'm digging into their most popular and most highly recommended dessert, which is called Sutar Feni. Now for those of you who don't know what Sutar Feni is, this is actually a dessert from Gujarat. This is made up of super thin fried crispy noodles, and it is topped off with some sugar syrup to make it sweet. It also has some nuts, I can see almonds, pistachios, and a flavor of saffron and cardamom. Oh wow. Very, very different from all the other desserts I've had before this. Next up, I am digging into their Malai barfi. It's been a long time since I've had a good Malai barfi, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Oh wow, it's really good, super creamy, really nice texture, really good. You might have heard of the super popular Mithaiwala opposite Malad station, right? But do you know what stands for? Actually stands for Manmohan Gupta, which is the owner's name. Now, Mithaiwala was a pre-independence eatery which started in the year 1946 as a family-run catering business. So if you are a sweet tooth just like me, let's go and dig into some delicious mithais. So I'm starting my food haul at Mithaiwala with this chilled ras malai. Let's see how it tastes. What I love about this is that it's not too sweet. It's not like a sugary high that you get, you know. It's perfectly sweet actually. It's really soft. I would have liked a little bit more flavor of like kesar or elaichi or all of these spices. Next up, I'm digging into my favorite, Rasgulla. Excited for this one. Oh, I love the Rasgulla. Perfectly spongy and soft. The chashni is perfectly sweet. Not very chewy, melting in my mouth. Next, I'm going in for the gulab jamun. I'm going to be on the sugar high today. It's a bit, like the chashni is a bit too sweet for my liking. And I like gulab jamuns when they're crispy on the outside. And going in for my favorite now, jalebi. Oh wow. Without a doubt, my favorite out of all the sweets I tried. Perfectly sweet. Super crispy. Like, it feels like it's been freshly fried. This is how I like my jalebi. Now, Mithaiwala is super popular for their lassis. You have two kinds of lassis. One is their Malai lassi, but they recommended that their specialty is this kesar, that is saffron flavored lassi. So it looks beautiful. Like, I can see the color of the saffron in this. So it's loaded with like dry fruits. There's like cashews and pistachios and all of that. And then there's a strong hit of elaichi and saffron. And last but definitely not the least, I have now arrived at the oldest mithai shop in Mumbai, Joshi Budha Kaka Mahim Halwa Wala. This shop was established by Mauji Joshi in the year 1783. Yeah, you heard that right. Believe it or not, this shop has been around for over 240 years and they are the pioneers of the very famous Mahim Halwa. Mauji Joshi actually migrated from Pushkar in Rajasthan to Jamnagar in Gujarat and finally to Mumbai in Maharashtra. This delicacy that I'm holding in my hand right now is so popular that it has actually been ordered by the likes of Dhirubhai Ambani, Muhammad Ali Jinnah and even Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru to celebrate the independence of India. So ye try karna to definitely banta hai. Let's dig in. Get Mahim Halwa in two different varieties. One is the plain one and this is the kesar one. I've got the kesar one. Oh wow. Melt in my mouth and it has a really nice flavor of saffron, cardamom and pistachios. Heaven. Okay, let me enjoy my Mahim Halwa peacefully now. I will be back with more such fun videos. Until then, don't forget to check out all of these mithai shops. Drop a comment, let me know which one was your favorite. And until I see you the next time, like, share, subscribe.